actually adopt it?
Well, as Terry mentioned, it really depends on what the AI is doing for you. If it's doing your grammar checking, unless you may lose your job or send an nasty email to your client, it's not going to change your life. But when you're actually telling a military person to press a button, which could have consequences, or you're telling a surgeon to perform to make a certain cut, which could actually kill the patient, then that's a different story. So, and this is really where we go back to the kind of AI that you have. Neural network applications typically are black boxes. They're excellent at pattern recognition, discerning patterns in data, and a stimulus response recommending. But they're not capable of, although there's some research in extracting the information from them, they're not capable of explaining how they arrived at that decision. And if you feed garbage in, they're going to recognize garbage out. Okay, there is no deeper reasoning, and if you like an ontology, which like in India had earlier on, in order for it to make sense of what he's actually saying. There's a whole bunch of technologies available. These are some of the older companies that have been around, actually since the 90s, that are not really as good as marketing, which actually do address the symbolic reasoning and the really building in, if you like, more cognitive type engines that are actually capable of reasoning and explaining the reasoning. So you can actually ask the AI, why and how did you arrive at this decision? And those technologies can also be used to set up a neural network. Because to actually configure a neural network to do a good job, apart from the masses of data that you need, it takes a lot of skill as to what you actually pick in order to train it. So you can actually use those cognitive systems to train a neural network and what have you. So anyway, at the end of the day, it comes back to what the AI is doing. There is verification and validation research that has been going on. There are systems that will actually validate the capability of an AI system. I would strongly advise you to use those kinds of companies and technologies if you're building critical applications that would actually involve safety or have massive implications. Okay, so avoid just jumping into some neural network with the machine learning if you have such critical applications.
Yeah, sure. So with the thought of working with an AI coworker, I think is still quite premature. There's not going to be someone that you're communicating with that is working the same job as you. But working with artificially intelligent systems or tools, I think is something that has already been introduced and is going to be happening even more so. I would say that the greatest thing people need to consider when employing these systems in their companies is patience. Patience for themselves and for their employees, because though they are intelligent, they are actually still quite dumb. And at times, if they get stopped up or if they get stuck, or as they are continuing to learn and evolve with the data that is being fed in, sometimes they end up going in a direction that is not the direction that it should be going, and that's where the humans need to sort of look at this and have patience and know that it's almost like you have an intern or a co-op student and they don't totally know what they're doing right now. So we kind of just still have to monitor them and see. There was a quick story. I was talking to a company in San Francisco, and they had created these robots that will go around and check parking. And it was this big media press, all this press, and they were so amazing, and they had created these amazing robots, and they were going to replace all the parking meter people in the city of San Francisco, or Palo Alto, I think. And they deployed them, and then there was some kids skateboarding, and they threw a jacket over it, and the whole thing failed. So, these are still some great systems, and there's a lot of awesome software and cool hardware, but at the end of the day, they're still going to be quite a long road before we are working side by side with an AI. I tend not to use that term because I don't think it could be an artificial intelligence. But a completely autonomous system that can make its own decisions and have the trust of humans that it is never going to fail like a calculator never fails.
Thank you all for that. So what I'm hearing is actually it's more of a journey, and it's more of an iterative journey. We're not taking baby steps, but we're taking significant steps. It also means that we need to tell our people that it is a journey, and it will be learning process and learning in progress as we walk the different projects on the road. I love the notion of having the UX designers on board, because that really makes it more intuitive, and I think that's one of the parts that hasn't been raised ever since this morning. We could make a huge change in getting the adoption rate right. And also something is the notion of having the ability to get some sort of explanation of how come does AI gave you that answer. Trust is being built because we learn that from people can actually make things understandable to us. So as we were kids in school, we were told that this 2 + 2 is 4. okay, why is that wrong? This is one, this is two, and